Darkseid, possessing superhuman strength, invulnerability, and genius-level intellect. His true power lies in the Omega effect, manifested primarily through his devastating Omega beams. These I-beams can track targets, disintegrate them, teleport them across space and time, or even resurrect them as Darkseid slaves. Darkseid relentlessly seeks the anti-life equation, a mathematical formula that would grant him absolute control over all sentient life, allowing him to extinguish free will throughout creation. He has clashed with the Justice League numerous times, defeated Superman, and even conquered Earth in various timelines. His presence extends beyond his physical form, as he exists as a multi-dimensional deity, with only avatars interacting in the regular universe. Darkseid's influence and ambition are galactic, making him a constant, existential threat whose power aims not just to conquer, but to enslave the very essence of existence. Anti-Monitor. Born from the antimatter universe, the Anti-Monitor is a being of pure annihilation, whose sole purpose is the consumption of positive matter universes to fuel his own dark realm. He is perhaps the greatest destructive force the DC multiverse has ever known. During the infamous Crisis on Infinite Earths, he unleashed an antimatter wave that erased countless universes from existence, murdering trillions. His powers are immense, including vast energy manipulation, matter manipulation, superhuman strength, invulnerability, and the ability to absorb universal energy. He is a devourer of realities, growing stronger with each universe he destroys. He clashed with his benevolent counterpart, the Monitor, and required the combined might of virtually every hero and villain from across the surviving universes to be defeated. Even after his initial demise, aspects of his power have returned to plague the DC universe. The Anti-Monitor embodies cosmic horror and absolute destruction, leaving behind only void and silence in his wake, a truly apocalyptic entity. Mr. Mxyzptlk. From the fifth dimension, Mr. Mxyzptlk is an impish reality warper, whose powers defy scientific understanding and often border on omnipotence within the third dimension. His abilities are limited only by his imagination, and the single rule that he must return to his home dimension if he says or spells his name backward. He can conjure anything from thin air, change landscapes, animate inanimate objects, alter fundamental laws of physics, and even reshape beings like Superman with a thought. His pranks are often whimsical, but can have catastrophic consequences for those caught in his games. Despite his jovial, mischievous nature, Mxyzptlk's power is absolute within his sphere of influence. He has easily defeated the combined might of the Justice League and has undone massive reali. Superman Prime 1 million. Hailing from the 853rd century, Superman Prime 1 million is the ultimate evolution of Kal-El, having spent 15,000 years within the heart of Earth's sun, absorbing its yellow solar energy to an unprecedented degree. This millennia-long solar bath has elevated his Kryptonian powers to cosmic levels, making him arguably the strongest physical hero in DC history. His abilities far surpass those of any other Superman, including vast superhuman strength, speed, invulnerability, and enhanced senses. He can punch through the time barrier, extinguish giant stars with his super breath, and is capable of telekinesis, telepathy, hypnosis, and even reality-bending feats, like bringing Lois Lane back to life. He commands 17 different senses and can project force fields. His vast knowledge of the DC universe is unparalleled. Superman Prime 1 million embodies the ultimate potential of a Kryptonian combined with eons of cosmic experience and direct solar energy absorption, a truly godlike protector who is a living legend across the entire future of the DC universe. The Spectre. The Spectre is the spirit of vengeance, an embodiment of God's wrath and justice, typically bonded to a human host. His powers are virtually limitless, making him one of the most formidable beings in the DC universe. The Spectre possesses omnipotence within his scope, reality manipulation, matter manipulation, superhuman strength, invulnerability, flight, teleportation, telepathy, and the ability to travel through time and dimensions. He can alter the size of planets, create entire universes, and has effortlessly defeated cosmic entities like Anti-Monitor and Necron when fully empowered. His power is constrained primarily by divine will and his own moral compass, usually guided by his human host. The Spectre's sole purpose is to unleash divine judgment upon the wicked, making his punishments often horrific and fitting to the crime. He is an eternal force, a cosmic arbiter whose power is terrifying in its scale and precision, acting as the ultimate instrument of divine retribution across all creation. Michael Demiurgos. One of the two eldest creations of the Presence, Michael Demiurgos is the archangel of the demiurgic power, the raw force used to create the very fabric of the multiverse. While his brother, Lucifer Morningstar, possesses infinite will, Michael holds infinite power, the ability to generate unlimited amounts of matter and energy from nothingness. His power is second only to the Presence itself. Michael's feats include creating the entire DC multiverse from his essence, leading heaven's armies, and being essentially unkillable, as his death would unleash a force that would annihilate all of creation. He possesses unimaginable superhuman strength, durability, cosmic awareness, and vast reality warping capabilities. His power is so immense that he can sustain all of creation merely by existing. Michael is the loyal, powerful hand of creation, representing the boundless might that brought all existence into being. He is the physical manifestation of God's creative power, an entity whose very life is inextricably linked to the continued existence of the cosmos. Lucifer Morningstar. The fallen archangel, Lucifer Morningstar, is perhaps the most famous rebel in all of creation, possessing an infinite will and vast cosmic power granted directly by the Presence. As the brother to Michael Demiurgos, Lucifer has the power to shape and manipulate anything Michael creates. While Michael brings forth matter from nothing, Lucifer shapes it into everything that exists, from stars and galaxies to the laws of physics themselves. After abandoning his rule over hell, Lucifer explored creation, demonstrating powers of nigh omnipotence, immense reality warping, energy and matter manipulation, omnipresence, and the ability to traverse dimensions at will. He created his own universe from Michael's dying essence, shaping it entirely to his will. Lucifer's power is only truly surpassed by the Presence, and possibly by his brother Michael's raw creative ability. He is defined by his boundless free will and intellect, capable of outmaneuvering nearly any foe without resorting to brute force, making him a being of terrifying intellectual and cosmic might. The Presence, the ultimate, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent creator of the entire DC multiverse. The Presence is essentially the Abrahamic God within the DC cosmology. This entity is the supreme being, the source of all existence, power, and reality. The Presence is not just a character, it is the absolute. All other cosmic entities, including the archangels Michael and Lucifer, the Endless, and even the Monitors, are creations or aspects of the Presence's will. Its power is boundless and beyond comprehension, capable of conceiving, creating, and destroying entire multiverses with a thought. It rarely interferes directly, preferring to allow free will to flourish, but its influence is constant and pervasive throughout all of creation. The Presence has no true physical form, often appearing as a disembodied voice or light, or manifesting through avatars. It is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, representing the absolute apex of power and existence in the DC universe, the fundamental source of everything that is.